Obviously, he's the GOAT. Rams didn't have a chance.
No, Sean McVay outsmarted himself.
I just think McVay and Goff were in over their heads.
The only reason that he wasn't a factor yesterday is because Sean McVay.
It's not like their defense is all of a sudden elite.
No. Hey, maybe we should stick to the game plan after all.
Let me ask you this. Is Julian Edelman a Hall of Famer?
Julian Edelman is one of the clutchest wide receivers you're going to get.
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Not yet. Because what has he done in the regular season?
What do you mean, what has he done?
500 yards and 6 touchdowns a season. Basing this off of recency bias.
No, because this goes back to 2013. That's not recent.
You know who Jabbar Gaffney is?
I don't.
That's all I need. Put Wes Welker in before Julian Edelman.
Maybe.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Suspension for PEDs.
For cheating? Who admitted to the cheating? Randy Moss. He used Stickum. That's
Okay,
not
back
enough.
to-
I'm going to agree to disagree on this topic. We'll see who's back in the Super Bowl and who makes another clutch catch. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dudes Who Deliver. Oh, yeah, I'm Y-Dog.
I'm Big Sean.
And we're going to talk about the biggest news in Denver so far in the Broncos category.
As well as some NBA All-Star Weekend. It's coming up this weekend. And a little bit of MLB news. Spring training's right around the corner.
Yes.
Pitchers and catchers have already reported.
That is correct.
So, we're getting in the full swing of everything right now. So, why don't you start us off, Y-Dog? What happened with the Broncos?
Well, what is today?
Today's Thursday the 14th. It's Valentine's Day.
Oh,
and
that's
we're
right.
lonely.
Yeah, we're lonely, so we're doing,
a podcast.
But we hope that other lonely people,
Listening.
yeah, they'll listen to it. This won't be uploaded until tomorrow, the 15th, though. But the news is as recent as it's going to get because it's 10:30 right now in the night. So, anyways, back to the reality of things. Joe Flacco, just yesterday, was traded by the Baltimore Ravens. Everyone saw this coming, but not everyone saw it being Denver that got him. So, I personally am very excited about this. Very, very excited about this. And let's get into why I'm excited, and you have a little bit of questions about this signing. Or not signing, trade.
I'm not sold on it. It's kind of seems like a desperate move by John Elway. I don't know. Obviously he's an upgrade over Case Keenum.
Yeah,
but I don't have a strong opinion on it right now. I'm gonna wait this one out. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little optimistic with Case Keenum, signing.
Oh, yeah.
And that came back and that was terrible. He is terrible.
He is terrible.
So I'm gonna reserve my opinion on this Joe Flacco. I'll still give you kind of insight on what I think of the deal.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hold off on calling it a terrible move until I see the man play.
That's good. Let's think about this Joe Flacco thing. Okay. What happened last year when Joe Flacco was playing?
He lost his job to a running back.
No. He got injured and then lost his job to a running back.
Okay.
So what he did last year was he threw 6 interceptions in the games he played, threw 12 touchdowns in the games he played.
No, he looked good last year.
And 2,400
during
yards.
the time he played, he looked good.
He did.
The only reason he got benched is because they had, Lamar Jackson comes in and they kind of switched their system to meet his needs. You can't go back to Joe Flacco after that, especially after they started winning games. You can't go back to Joe Flacco. So that's the only reason he didn't get his starting job back, in my opinion, is because of the play of Lamar Jackson, the way they switched the system, kind of a, RPO college system to fit Lamar Jackson's needs, and they were winning games.
Yeah, but the fact is they were winning games with Joe Flacco too.
What was their record?
When they were with Joe Flacco?
When he went out. I'm just curious.
I would have to pull those stats up because I only have his regular season actual stats.
Anyway, they made the playoffs.
They did.
So he beat the crap out of us. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
Joe Flacco beat the Broncos. So
yeah. So here's why I'm really, really optimistic about this. Okay, who are on the Ravens? We have 3 running backs nobody ever cares about because they're constantly switching each other around, and then you have John Brown, who nobody knows about because he's not very good, and you have Crabtree, right? That's it. There's no tight end there, unless Benjamin.
Mark Andrews.
Is he good?
He's all right.
Well, what I'm getting at is that they don't have weapons on that team. They have a bunch of players that are mediocre that That's just it. They're just mediocre.
The way I look at it is he's never had like a legit threat. Mm-hmm. He had an aging Anquan Bolden the year they won the Super Bowl. He had Steve Smith for a while, but he never had someone consistently there to throw the ball to. Yes. So what I do like is the emergence of Courtland Sutton this year. Emmanuel Sanders, on all accounts, sounds like he'll be back. I don't know how he'll be coming off an Achilles tear. And then Deshaun Hamilton, I'm interested to see what he does coming off his rookie year, which he kind of emerged towards the end of the season.
And then you have Philip Lindsay, a threat out of the backfield, catching and running. Yeah, and if we can get a tight end to actually play.
Looking at you, Jake Butt.
Yeah.
It's your season, buddy. Let's go get it.
Jake Butt.
Let's go get it, boy.
So, I've been hearing arguments about why nobody... First of all, everyone's so critical of this trade. Okay? But the fact is, the Broncos gave up a 4th-round pick for Joe Flacco. That's a bargain.
And I don't know if this is true. I heard some speculation that it might not be. The pick came from the Demaryius Thomas trade.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, you traded Demaryius Thomas, who got hurt, didn't even really play that much, for Joe Flacco. Yeah. It's essentially what you did.
And unfortunately,
which isn't bad.
Demaryius Thomas is pretty much out of it.
Yeah, he might be done.
So
he got cut by the Texans.
So that's the first reason I'm optimistic. We didn't give up much to get him. This is a quarterback that's won a Super Bowl. Okay? He's been fairly good. The other stupid argument I keep hearing from all these analysts and crap is, their last 5 seasons, their stats are identical. Yeah. So here's Case Keenum's stats year for year.
Is it even going that far back? I thought it was like the last 2 or 3.
Some people have been saying 5 years. So in 2013, played for the Texans. He threw 9 touchdowns, 6 picks, 1,700 yards. 2014, 435 yards. Wonder why? Maybe because he got benched. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. 2015 with the Rams, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 828 yards. Okay, the story goes on, and then he has one good year in 2017, a fluke year.
That's the thing. Everyone's trying to compare, even like I said, the last 2 seasons. Okay, let's be honest. Joe Flacco missed most of the season last year, obviously. We just talked about it. And Case Keenum had a fluke year in Minnesota. Yes. There's nothing based off the rest of his career that shows he is who he was in Minnesota. Yeah. And that dates back to the Rams, that dates back to the Texans, and that dates back to last year with us.
Yeah. And the year they won the Super Bowl was 2014, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it?
That was his good year. This is the best year he's had, which was 27 touchdowns, 12 picks, almost 4,000 yards passing. Okay? He's been a consistent quarterback. If he can figure out the interception issue, he's going to be good for the Broncos. I mean, I have no doubt. And I love all the speculation and all the critiqueness of everyone saying, this is a terrible trade for Denver. Why are they doing this? Because that's what's going to fire up this team even more now. And Joe Flacco's pissed. I guarantee you Joe Flacco's pissed that he's being called done. This is just a 1-year replacement. This is just a 2-year replacement until they find their guy. I don't think Joe Flacco's taking that lightly. I don't think it's going to happen.
To be fair, he's 34 years old.
Yeah, Tom Brady's 41.
Okay, don't compare Tom Brady to Joe Flacco.
Based off
of normal people, Tom Brady's obviously not normal.
True.
34 for a quarterback. That's an aging quarterback.
Yeah, but Peyton Manning was really aging, and we won a Super Bowl
again. Don't compare Joe Flacco to Peyton Manning, because you can't use 2 of the best to.
Yeah, but Joe Flacco
and the defense won the Super Bowl.
Has won one less Super Bowl than Peyton Manning did.
That's fair.
Yes, so he still has time.
So you're going to compare the 2 based off of rings? Is that what you're doing?
Sure. He's still got time. That's what I'm saying. The Broncos could be a Super Bowl team in 1 or 2 years.
I will have to disagree with that, but I think they can make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they could.
I think they could.
And Joe Flacco has been pretty good in the playoffs.
Now, let me spew some knowledge on you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Like I said, I'm not going to take a side on this just yet. I personally was not in favor of the move because I feel like he's an upgrade, but not by much. That stretch run where they won the Super Bowl, dude was fantastic.
Yes.
He had 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Doesn't win that Super Bowl unless the Broncos give him the win, first of all. He shouldn't have even won the first round.
That's true, yeah. Champ Bailey, shout out to Champ Bailey there.
And Raheem Moore. Raheem Moore led Jacoby Jones back, but Champ Bailey got
destroyed.
Toasted that game.
Yeah, We got crisp.
This, like I said, this is a desperate move by John Elway. John Elway knows he's on the hot seat. I think he has like 3 years left on his contract. We'll see if he lasts that long. I think John Elway knows. Hold on. John Elway knows that he's in trouble if he can't win now.
That's true.
So this was a reaction trying to win now. This isn't going to help them in the future. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the draft. Like I said, I think they can make the playoffs this upcoming season just because Joe Flacco's an upgrade, new coaching staff.
We have a Vic.
You just replaced the most important position. You upgraded the most important position. We could have made the playoffs last year with Case Keenum and Vance Joseph.
Yes.
So we'll see. I just think it's another Band-Aid move that John Elway, like, bro, just find a franchise quarterback. Like, I'm saying it like it's easy. It's not easy to find a franchise quarterback, but you got to try. These Band-Aid quarterbacks, you brought in Simeon. You brought in Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, for like
You traded for Mark Sanchez. Okay? You brought Brock Osweiler back.
Twice.
You drafted Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, that was a really, really, really bad move.
You signed Case Keenum, the first signing of the offseason for the quarterbacks last. Like, bro,
yeah, that was kind
chill out with these Band-Aid quarterbacks. Just draft somebody. You missed on Paxton Lynch. We all know that.
Yep.
But you got to find somebody.
Yeah.
A 34-year-old Joe Flacco isn't cutting it.
I think there's a good chance the Broncos, and this is just because Vic Fangio's the head coach now, not the quarterback. My God, if he was the quarterback, we'd all be doomed.
We'd be in trouble.
But he'd be down on his fucking he'd be down on his back in like 1 second and probably bleeding out. Anyways, but Vic Fangio, we have the head coach. He is a defensive-minded head coach, which is great. It's a great thing because the Broncos are, let's be honest here, their defense was a little bit less than it could have been this year, I think, especially in games where, you know, you got to have your defense step up a little bit, and they didn't. And that's because Vance Joseph's terrible at coaching and he has terrible play calling going on. But now that you have Vic Fangio, I can bet you any amount of money you want that the defense is going to be really good this year because they have the talent. They're probably going to draft somebody or multiple people at defensive positions this year, and it's going to be good. So now you have a good quarterback who can send the ball down the field, who's not just going to check down every freaking play like Case Keenum or run around and get sacked. And I'm really optimistic about this move because sometimes you just need a mediocre quarterback to win you a Super Bowl. But it doesn't have to be a great quarterback.
That's the thing with John Elway. It's another Band-Aid move.
I know it's a Band-Aid move, but it could pay off because it could be a Band-Aid that wins us a Super Bowl.
He knows he's on the hot seat.
Do you not agree, though? If you have a subpar Joe Flacco...
We're not winning the Super Bowl with Joe Flacco. I can guarantee you that.
Were they supposed to win the Super Bowl back in 2014 with Joe Flacco?
You're talking about one of the top defenses of all time. When we won the Super Bowl with a hurt Peyton Manning.
Uh-huh.
Like, I know what you're getting at with these mediocre quarterbacks.
I'm just saying...
He was less than mediocre. That was a top defense of all time.
Yeah. And they could be similar to that.
No, they're not going to match that.
With Vic Fangio, they could.
Okay, let's talk about this. With the signing of Joe Flacco, or the trading of Joe Flacco, the Broncos aren't going to draft a quarterback in the first round, in my opinion. I think that's a no-brainer. Next year's draft class is so much better. There's no reason to pick at 10 a quarterback if you think Flacco can get you to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, because you're not, and you'd have to trade up, and I don't think anyone else is going to let us trade up to get a quarterback.
I don't think you'd have to trade up. If you want to get your guy, you'd have to trade up.
Yeah, like Kyler Murray, obviously.
Or Drew Lock.
Yeah, you're going to have to trade up for that, and I don't think the other teams are really going to let that happen.
But with that being said, who do they pick at 10? I have a couple names.
Go ahead.
Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle out of Alabama. I could see that. Devin White, linebacker at LSU. That's a big need for the Broncos. We need a linebacker.
Because Brandon Marshall's on his way out.
And then possibly the two most important ones, Greedy Williams, cornerback out of LSU.
Sounds like a good name for a cornerback.
And DeAndre Baker, cornerback out of Georgia. We need a cornerback probably more than anything.
Because Bradley Roby
is on his way out. He's not coming back. He was pretty brutal last year.
Yeah.
Isaac Yiadom was decent. He's a rookie. He'll grow, but he's not there yet. All we have is Chris Harris Jr.
Right.
In the secondary. We need help. So if you can pick up DeAndre Baker or Greedy Williams, I think you're set there for the next decade with them.
Yeah.
And then, so
I'm really excited about the Joe Flacco thing, man. If we can get that defense back to even a shell of itself than it was in 2015, it could be really good.
No, I think they can make the playoffs. I just don't like this move long term. It's like, honestly, I'd rather draft a quarterback.
I know
this year and not even trade for Flacco.
Yeah, everyone wants the quarterback now. We're getting tired of waiting around, but I also am getting tired of waiting for playoffs and winning football. I'm getting real tired of being a Broncos fan right now.
Well, they're gonna look to trade Keenum.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you.
I don't know what we're gonna get for him.
Draft
maybe a box of freaking candies. I don't know.
Maybe draft a quarterback in the later rounds because you have Kevin Hogan as your backup, which not comfortable with going into the season. But maybe trade for a veteran or something. You got to get Case Keenum out of there now that Joe Flacco's here. So
yeah. But anywho, we are going to take a quick commercial music break. Okay?
On the second half of the show, talk about the All-Star Weekend for the NBA this weekend, as well as Manny Machado and Bryce Harper. Because they have not signed.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Dudes Who Deliver. What we're going to talk about now? NBA, right?
NBA All-Star Weekend is this weekend. Depending on if you're an NBA fan, it's somewhat exciting. The dunk contest isn't what it has been in the past, but I still get up for this. I just like seeing the best in the world compete against each other on a stage where they can have a little fun.
All right.
So that being said, I'm going to give you...
Yes, let's do a little pick'em.
And little disclosure, Yuri's Y-Dog is just now kind of getting introduced to the NBA.
Yeah, I'm not...
So he's not huge. He's not huge on the NBA right now. So I'm going to give him a list of the competitors.
Yeah, we're going to
have Y-Dog pick his winners.
Well, you could pick
for this
your winners
weekend.
too.
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay, good.
But we're going to have you pick your winners this weekend.
Okay.
And we'll see how you do.
Fun.
All right. So that being said,
and we'll give you updates, obviously.
We got the 3-point contest.
Yes.
All right. So the contestants are as follows: Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, Devin Booker, Buddy Hield, Joe Harris, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Jesus, there are a lot, Kemba Walker, special contestant Dirk Nowitzki, and potentially his final season. On that list of 3-point competitors, who do you like and why?
I like Steph Curry, obviously. He's pretty darn good. I'm going to go with Steph Curry.
Okay.
Who won it last year?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I could not tell you.
Steph Curry it is.
All right, Steph Curry. That's the safe bet.
What about you?
I'm gonna risk it here, okay?
Okay. You're going to go for the family violence? Pick the other brother?
Family violence.
The Curry on Curry violence?
Like Curry on... Jeez. All right. I'm gonna go with Kemba Walker. No. Joe Harris.
Okay, write that
down.
Joe
Harris,
so we
mark
can
it down.
Update this.
Joe Harris.
We're going to tell you guys.
My boy from the Nets.
By the way, next episode, we will be doing it on Tuesday. So you'll get the episode back on the normal day. You know what I mean? This one's pretty low. This one's pretty late. So we're sorry about that.
Full disclosure, do I think Joe Harris is going to win? Probably not. It's probably going to be Steph, maybe Seth, maybe Damian Lillard. But I'm going with Joe Harris.
All right.
That's my pick.
Move, pal, but
all right.
I don't think it's going to be a thing that you.
So during the All-Star weekend, we also have the dunk contest.
Yes.
All right. So, all right, ready for the contestants?
Can I guess one of them? Antetokounmpo?
Giannis?
Yes.
Greek Freak?
Yeah.
Do you want to pronounce that last name one more time?
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Whatever his name is.
He's not in it.
He must have a hard time when he has to fill out stuff and like when the people have to ask him his
jersey
last
curves
name.
around his whole back. His name.
Yeah.
So the contestants: Miles Bridges, John Collins, Hamidou Diallo, and Dennis Smith Jr. Who you got?
John Collins.
And why?
Because he's a baller.
So I was actually going to pick him as well.
Oh.
That man's got hops.
Wow. By the way, we did not collaborate on this. There's no conspiracy.
Yuri doesn't know who John Collins is, so we're going to go with...
I'm going to look him up right now.
John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks. And people sleep on John Collins. Look at his stats.
He does look like a baller now that I see it.
Look at his stats. He's averaging like 20 and 10. What's he averaging?
Let me look.
People sleep on John Collins. John Collins, if you're listening to this, I appreciate you, brother.
His regular season, he's averaging 19.1 and
19.1 points, and how many rebounds?
9.
And how many assists?
2.1.
He's slept on this year. Yeah.
That's pretty darn good.
We're both on the John Collins train.
Yes. Surprisingly.
Here we go. Last competition we're going to cover.
Okay.
The skills competition. All right, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Mike Conley, Luka Doncic, De'Aaron Fox, Nikola Jokic, Kyle Kuzma, Jason Tatum, Nikola Vucevic, and Trae Young.
Okay, I got an actual reason for this one, why I'm picking. I would love to pick Nikola Jokic, but I just think he's a little too fatigued sometimes.
Too good?
Yeah, he's really good, but he's going to get fatigued.
Too good.
So I'm going to go with the young stallion, Luka Doncic.
That's a good pick. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with any of these guys. That being said, I'm going
unless it's not Luka Doncic.
That being said, I'm going with the Joker. I have to.
Yeah.
How can I not pick my boy Nikola Jokic? First time All-Star. Michael Malone's coaching Team LeBron, representing the Nuggets well in Charlotte. Give me Nikola Jokic to win the skills challenge.
All right. I see you. Okay, so now we got that out of the way.
Look for that. It's all on TNT. I'm a brand ambassador for TNT, not really, but check that out this weekend. Don't watch the actual All-Star game because it's trash, but you can watch the competitions on Saturday night.
And we obviously told you who we picked, and we're going to tell you who won on Tuesday night. Okay.
So real quick, you want to get into some MLB? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. So we're going to start with Manny. Manny today met with the GM of the Padres in Miami. Why is that funny?
Because, bro, how can you take the Padres seriously?
Because
they can do whatever they want, and they're still going to be in the cellar
for a long time
of the NL West.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he's going to sign with them, but because I just don't think he's going to be that stupid to do it. And we got to cover that. JT Realmuto signed with the Phillies earlier this week, which sucked.
Yeah, if they can lure in Machado or Harper,
they're dangerous.
Pencil them in for at least the NLCS.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I like them if they can do that.
I don't think they're going to. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
quite a bit of money.
Well, they already got McCutchen.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did. I forgot about that.
Realmuto, Rhys Hoskins. What else they got? They got some young talent.
So the other team that's still in the run for Machado, obviously, Yankees. They haven't done anything this offseason, so there's a little speculation that
Yankees?
Maybe... Yeah.
Like they didn't get DJ LeMahieu or
Adam
Ottavino.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Never mind. That was stupid. That was a stupid statement. They did do a lot, but they're apparently... they got Troy Tulowitzki, too.
They did, yeah. They want to be the Rockies so bad.
Okay, never mind.
You can't tell me... I don't have a reason why they want to be the Rockies so bad, because I wouldn't want to be the Rockies. But they want to be the East of... They want to be the East Colorado Rockies really bad.
Well, I would be okay with them all moving down to Denver. That'd be cool.
Bryce Harper.
Yes.
Where's he gone?
I still think he's just going to be
He met with the Giants, right?
He did. He did meet with the Giants. He's still talking with the Phillies, it appears.
God, dude, I'm just... Can they just sign?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because what the hell?
I heard at one point they were waiting on each other. They were waiting for the other to sign to see the kind of maybe the market value, what they can get. But pitchers and catchers have reported.
Yeah, after you mentioned what the Yankees did, I don't really see them signing Harper or Machado.
I don't see it either.
Because where the hell are they going? They already have enough good people on that team. Where are they going to put them in?
Their bullpen is insane.
Yeah, it's going to suck to play.
But like I was saying, what was I saying?
You were saying Bryce Harper.
Oh, they were waiting on each other.
Right.
Baseball's about to be in full swing here shortly.
Yeah, there's 50 days.
There's a lot of free agents still out there.
There is.
Maybe not big names, but there's a lot of unsigned people, and I think it has to do with the market that Bryce Harper and Manny Machado are trying to test.
They need to hurry their asses up because I'm getting tired of waiting.
Yeah.
The other team, obviously, that Manny Machado might sign with is the White Sox. I don't know why he wants to sign with the White Sox.
Let him sign there.
He's an idiot if he does it. He's literally going back to the Orioles, except their uniform's white and black. That's it.
Let him. If he's that greedy,
let him do it.
Yeah, let him. I heard Cargo might be going to the Marlins.
Yeah,
which would be a little upsetting.
Rip Cargo. Yeah, that's sad.
That's an all-time favorite right
there.
But
I like it because the Rockies aren't going to have to put him in the lineup anymore.
No, if they brought him back, I'd be upset.
Yes.
I love Cargo. I love you, but David Dahl needs everyday playing time.
Absolutely, because he's really good.
Ian Desmond is going to be. I saw being play a lot in center field.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like
he's
they're moving.
Pretty fast.
Sounds like they're moving Charlie Blackmon to left field.
He's pretty fast too, so it wouldn't be bad. I don't know, man. There's not many other teams that are really talking much. So it's Bryce Harper either goes to the Giants, maybe the Phillies, maybe the Yankees. I think there's just going to be an anticlimactic.
Oh yeah, we had one of our first episodes where we were talking about how free agency was heating up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And the two biggest names have not even signed yet.
And that was
so we dropped the ball on that. Yeah, that was a hot minute ago. We dropped the ball.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, it's ramping up.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, it's going to happen any minute now.
And here we are on Valentine's Day.
Talking, and we're all lonely and
we're all
everything.
Lonely. We're talking about baseball. We're talking about baseball and.
But
on Valentine's Day, we're lonely. But anyway,
let's get off the topic of loneliness.
Yeah.
Please.
So it'll be interesting. Like I said, baseball is here, folks.
I'm excited. I love baseball, man. Love it. So I really do think that Bryce Harper's just going to stay with the Nets.
We'll see. Only time
will tell.
And then
Manny Machado, I honestly don't know where the hell he's going to go. I really don't know.
I'm just happy it's not the Dodgers.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be the Dodgers.
When they traded Puig and Kemp and whoever else was in that huge deal to the Reds, that looked like they were opening up a spot for Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I was kind of scared.
That all things pointed to Bryce Harper.
It still could happen.
And now they signed A.J. Pollock.
They did sign A.J. Pollock.
So I don't see Bryce Harper going to the Dodgers.
See, I don't remember that even. I don't even remember that.
I don't see Bryce Harper as a Dodger, which scared me at the beginning because I thought, you know what, he's going to come in the NL West. We're going to have to face him all season.
But if he goes to the Giants, that would be a little crappy.
Shout out Gerardo Parra. Love you.
Yeah.
Parra for president.
Minor
Summer
league
of Parra. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, good. Adios, amigo. Yeah, both?
Man.
Both? Yeah.
So, do you have anything else to add?
No. Hopefully this time, no, not this time. Hopefully in 4 days, we'll have a little more news on what the hell those two guys are doing. And we'll talk about other free agents in the MLB that signed. Because, we pretty much just paid attention to what the hell am I saying? Manny Machado and Bryce Harper. So next episode, we'll talk a little bit more in depth about other.
And just real quick, this is really random. Going back. The Joe Flacco trade can't become official till March 13th.
Yeah, wouldn't that suck if they just...
So I'm just waiting for NFL free agency.
Wouldn't that suck though? Wouldn't it suck if they pulled back their deal? Huh?
I'm trying to talk.
Well, I'm talking.
March 13th, I think, begins the new league year. I think that's
correct.
What it is. So that'll be an interesting time. That every trade can go through. Free agency will start. It'll be lit, as the children say these days.
That'll be fun. And we're going to start. We already promised you once that we were going to do mean tweets, or not mean tweets, but
nobody tweets at us. Oh,
garbage tweets or like garbage comments or whatever, and we're still going to do that. It'll just be next week.
Follow us on Twitter at Dudes Who Deliver.
Yes, subscribe, please, for the love of God.
To this channel. We like to bring you guys content, as we say at the end of every episode. Please leave feedback if you feel so inclined.
Please.
What you liked, what we can do better. Maybe any questions you might have that you want us to talk about on the next show. So we can kind of diverse our topics a little bit. But yeah, thanks for listening if you're listening. For Y-Dog, I'm Big Sean.
Yes, sir.
This was another episode of Dudes Who Deliver.
On demand.
Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yes.
So that about wraps it up. Everyone, stay safe. Have a good Valentine's Day with your significant other that we don't have. And
stay humble.
Have a good night.